Good morning, Fraser. Hope your day's going okay, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the video last night. The dinner was phenomenal. The dinner was amazing at the Seasider. But yeah, I'm not sure what today holds. Got a couple of small things I want to get done, but let's see. Have I made an omelet lately? I don't think so. Making one today. Having some salmon for dinner tonight.
With asparagus, probably.
With asparagus.
Barf.
And some Brussels sprouts. Broccoli.
Barf.
She's such a child.
I know you are, but what am I? Oh.
Yum yum.
Is that too fast?
What's up? Just hanging out with Shawn. You remember Shawn from fishing? Say hi to Shawn. Say hi to Fraser.
Hey, Fraser.
So we're going over to his other place here. He got a bunch of trees taken down, and that's all the mulch. That's the front pile of mulch that's there. And there's more to go by the looks of it. There's one other pile in the back, but I assume that other pile of stumps over there is going to get ground up as well?
No.
There's all the mulch. There's the size of the mulch in, beside the cars. And then, of course, the massive thing down there. Yikes. So we're working on Shawn's, this was the rear bench seat for Shawn's boat.
It's not across, it's a
Shawn's
square.
boat. So this is it's a Boston Whaler. What was it? It was a, remember the name of it? I can't remember.
It's a Revenge.
Revenge, that's it. Yeah. Boston Whaler Revenge. It had some problems on the keel there, and Shawn literally took the whole thing, cut it in half. Well, he cut it in half. He took it apart, flipped it over. He redid the whole thing, and fixed it all up nice with the fiberglass, painted it all, and yeah, it's fantastic, man. It's a great boat. It's very, very stable. It's an awesome boat. The seat, however, being plywood on the back,
It seems to have broke off
yeah.
somewhere in here.
Yeah. So we're going to take it apart and we're going to take a look at it.
Oh, I might have to reconstruct the whole thing, but I don't think that's hard either if you've got all that.
It's not. It'll just. Yeah, if you got the template for it, right?
I think this boat was sank.
What? You think so? No.
Not
Yeah,
sank, not sink, sunk, but like probably sunk by the stern because the bow was up on the beach or something.
Oh yeah. That could be.
That kind of thing. And it could have been that his drain and everything was plugged in, it filled with water.
Yep.
But I got the impression that it wasn't kosher. We haven't had this thing up running in 3 months either. Probably do that just for...
I was at Valley on Friday. Just a one. Not one. Just an undersized, not a keeper, but it was nice, and then it got lumpy. Like, we were out there for maybe 4 hours.
It's funny, we're at Saltry Bay, and 1 minute it gusts up to 40, and the next crossing it's ripples, it's flat calm, it's blowing again. It's like it's just weird. And we don't usually get blowing in there, right? But we had downdrafts coming out of Hotham, big time. Not Hotham. Well, I guess
Jarvis?
it's Jarvis, but it's the first big bay in Jarvis.
Okay.
Is that Hotham? No, Hotham's up there. Anyway, wherever it was, it was coming down off the mountains, and it was fast and cold. And just for fun, they've got these bolted on here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So let me just.
I didn't see that.
And it's a flat top as well, so.
Oh no! Seriously? Oh yeah, you got a comment in the bottom of this too.
What?
A comment? Flat top, whatever you're calling it.
Where?
In here. I don't know whether that goes up an inch.
Oh, that's just probably for attaching that.
Yeah, but it's not moving it.
Huh, we'll see. I'm gonna get the back of this one.
I got that there.
See if I can,
I'm doing a great job.
is it, oh, that's still going? Wasn't expecting that to come out, Rick, quite so easily.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. It was a good one. I think I got an electrician coming this evening
Okay.
to talk about what's going to be looking to change over to a buried one. And while I got the guy, I'm going to have him look at this.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea. Who you got coming?
A better bobcat is coming to do landscaping, and he suggested this guy.
Oh, you're not buying the $70,000.
As much as I'd like to buy a tractor, and hire Rick, the tractor operator. Woo!
I'd do it.
And I go,
I can guarantee how it looked, but I'd do it.
he's got like ground sweepers and stuff for raking all the rocks out of the soil,
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of interesting kidgy gadgets.
Cool.
So, okay, so that will pretty try.
7-inch screws. That's
Overkill. Almost like that. Anyway. Well, it's all loosened up.
always one, man.
Yeah. You slipping? On the vice grips or something?
Yeah.
Try the bottom of that bag over there.
The bottom of which guy?
Over on the seat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, a couple of wires you bought me are chucked in there too now, yeah?
What's that?
I think a couple of wires you bought me are chucked in there. But that's not the kind of deal anyway.
Got some needle nose.
Yeah, those are the vice grips we're talking about.
Okay.
They're clamping ones, right?
Yes. Yes, they're clamping ones, yes.
Yeah. I like to speak the common English.
Yeah, fair point.
Alright, let's see if this actually does it.
Yeah. He made me bleed. He made me bleed. Come on over, Rick. Let's have some fun.
Okay, let me see if I can do this again.
Yeah, let me get my teeth in there.
I don't think it's gonna go. Okay, let's try the bottom.
Okay.
Can't feel my fingers anymore. Why is this one so easy?
And there's always one. Actually, we'll get a tetanus shot now.
Where's your, let me see. It's nothing.
I'm lucky I still got a finger attached.
Never cut towards yourself, Rick, and always get a friend to hold the bolt that
Yeah.
you're wrenching.
Never towards your thumb, always towards your chum. Right?
Yeah.
Always get another chum. It
Yeah.
hurts me a little bit, Shawn. Cuts deep, literally.
You'll be happy to know that as soon as I realized I stabbed you, I stopped.
Thank you. So there was no intent there. You didn't continue to stab.
That's
When
right.
you had the chance,
I
right?
don't understand this. Let me see if I can tighten it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Take this one out. But I'm starting to gain an opinion anyways. That maybe. I don't need that really.
Well, no, I guess not, right?
Well, you can hear the rot in it, right?
Yeah.
Here, see if you can get that. Oh, you're gonna try that? You see? Could have used an extra set of hands.
Close up of the bloodbath. Look at that. Look at that.
He's just lagging.
It doesn't look long, but it goes right through the bone to the other side.
This back and then slowly.
They're long.
So you want to just peel that side up?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
There's the portion we gotta take off.
Well, I'm gonna do the whole thing actually.
Yeah, but just to figure this out, right?
Yeah.
You know, you got one of those little, like, pliers, like the little.
Now.
Oh, hey, boy, how's it going?
You see nothing.
I see nothing.
So you mix it in, or?
I'm taking a look at this one to see if I can make another one.
Oh, okay.
I just need this for the template, really.
That's right, yeah.
So, see how it goes.
Right.
It's kind of, it's cracked off along the back, is what
Yeah.
happened. And what that looks like, we're not really sure, right, Rick?
I got a pretty good idea. It's gonna look a little bit like,
smug.
it's gonna look a little bit like sawdust.
Absolutely.
It's one of the major things that still has to be done with the boat,
Yeah.
is kind of taking a look at this back seat.
Yeah, you know, I was looking, I'm like, oh, that's a nice dog. Then, oh, no, wait a minute, it's a bench for the boat.
Yeah. And walking around it, kind of rotted.
It's definitely sounded done.
Yeah.
Just old hard vinyl.
Yeah, it's kind of crispy vinyl. I think they glued it as well, eh?
This stuff?
No, the seams.
Oh, it's possible.
Okay, we'll bring that back to your place and wash it in your washing machine.
Yeah, you can talk to Elliot. Yeah, that's a boat I figured was gonna look like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of disintegrated, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
How old is the boat?
1975.
75, so that's, is it original or has it been redone once?
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
okay.
That's cool, the fact that that's one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, not,
It has pieces of wood attached to it.
it's not powder like it does turn into, right?
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
times you just open up and just,
Yeah.
So,
Not even, we can make it, use that for a template for the next one.
yeah.
looks like, yeah, I can hear it.
Well, it's like, if you wanna use it for paper, we could try that.
Ah,
Ah, yes.
see what they did?
Yeah.
Clever.
Very nice. Debbie's coming home, supposed to be coming home next week, so that's good.
So I wonder how they made the curve. That was what I was hoping to see, but the evidence is kind of disintegrated.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, phone it? Take some pictures of what we got so far.
Sure.
So, what it looks like is they cut this, however that's done, but then they put a backing on it, which is foam,
Yeah.
and then they wrap it. That was step one. At least I know how they put it together, but I just don't know how they managed to get the curve. That's going to be
You know, probably heat or steam.
heat or steam and a lot of cuts.
Well, the cuts would have been on this side, but
Again?
the cuts would have been on this side, right? Would they not, or would they have been on the back side?
No, it would have been on this side, yes.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking of doing was shaping it like this.
Yeah.
I was going to have a slightly higher back wall for comfort.
Yep.
On the back, because right now the back comes right like lower back.
Yep.
Which is also why I think it cracked.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you took off and somebody wasn't quite sat down, they're going to get this
Oh, yeah.
right in the lower back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's probably why it cracked in the first place. That and the fact that it's absolutely rotten.
Well, that might have something to do with this.
Yeah.
You know.
The other part is I was thinking of once I got it shaped right, it's pretty floppy at the moment.
Yeah.
I would just basically fiberglass the inside.
Could do that. In all honesty, like for me, I know I sound like a broken record, but you get a chunk of starboard, man, that is, you know, 1/8 of an inch thick. It's as strong as can be, and you may not even need to cut it to make that wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get one long piece, like it would be likely it would be an off cut, so you get it cheaper. Cut the shape.
Are you talking about that hard plastic stuff?
Yeah.
It's not water resistant.
Oh yeah, it's marine grade, man. It's like they make like playground stuff out of that, all the plastic playground stuff. Same kind of stuff.
Like the tubes in there?
What's that?
Like the
Not
slide
the tubes, but like the ones that are actually like thick. Like they usually use 3/4. They're basically it's like plywood, but it's yeah, it's solid marine plastic. Starboard is it's specifically made for marine.
Well, probably that's what we'll do.
Yeah, because you know it was a good idea. I was just saying.
I thought I could use this as a template, but
I wouldn't get rid of it because you still can.
I know. I need it.
But that's not even 12-inch, man. So I mean, if you want, like, you got a tape measure?
So that's pretty much my answer for everything, isn't it?
There's foam on the back of that too. There is. Foam on both sides. I wonder what thickness that is, because this is. Yeesh. Is that 3/8? Look at that! Look at that! Say what you want about Shawn. He knows his dustpans. Look at the size of that thing, man. Seriously. That's the biggest dustpan I've ever seen. Industrial grade. Biggest one I ever saw in my life. It's like drawing with a pencil like this.
You know when you have a measuring tape and it sits in the same spot all the time?
And then you move it once and then...
And then you go need it and you say, I know where the measuring tape, you get there and it's gone.
Fair enough. I wasn't mocking you about your giant dustpan at all right now. Just saying. I would say though,
It's more of a symbolic thing.
you're looking at about 9 inches, 10 inches max there. So if you wanted to make it bigger, like 14, 15 inches, you'd be fine, right?
I'm thinking that's what I want to do.
If we had a tape measure, we could measure that.
I don't know if I trust it.
I apologize about my blood all over your, seat. All over. all over the seats. My blood. Now I have my DNA in the church, and I have it on Shawn's boat, but that's not ever going back in the boat, so.
So how did they put this together?
What do you mean?
So, did they screw it? Did they make this separate and then just screw it on like as we took it off?
Yeah.
Because how would they make it sure that it had the right curve to it?
Well, again, I think when they did this, it would have been a template that they probably heated and steamed or whatever and got it to the right shape.
Yep.
And they were making hundreds of these at a time.
Probably.
So I don't think it was a big deal. I think it was just in the mold, the press.
This is, I didn't expect it to come apart like that.
How did you, what do you mean? Like, what were you thinking?
I didn't expect for the wood to break up into pieces.
Oh, no? Oh, I totally did. Yeah, I firmly believe that's exactly how it would look. You just the way it was sounding, right? When it was doing the crinkle crinkle.
I actually thought there might be some sort of a strip of material in there that gave it shape, that and support the back. So,
Which, you know, like,
so the fact
Fiberglass.
that it curves and
Yeah.
attaches to the seat on the sides down low, that curve gives it support on the back, right?
yes,
That material you're talking about, garboard, what is it?
starboard.
Starboard, is that going to have enough strength in the back?
If it's tied in the same way, it should. But if it's 3/8, you're going to have to. Yes, I would say it would. Yes.
Okay.
But you'd have to likely do a thicker plywood type thing where you do the cuts, and then you cut it slightly.
You're just talking, I need plywood as well.
No. You'd treat it like it was plywood. So if you got a 3/8 piece that long, right in here, you start doing those little cuts about 1/8 of an inch deep, so that it'll curve. Right.
And you don't think that'll weaken it?
Not significantly enough, no.
Okay. Let's go back to the house.
Side. Right, we're in thinking mode now.
Thinking over.
Thinking mode. Planning.
Planning. Sure.
Got to grab my thinking juice. All right.
Oh no.
Take one more last look at that gigantic dustpan. Where'd you get the dustpan?
I don't know. Hardware store.
Hardware store. It was called Jack's, and you had to climb up this really, really big, thick green rope to get there. Hey, Fraser. Hope you're having a good day, man. Yeah, today I fielded a bunch of phone calls and stuff this morning, trying to see if this machine they're trying to fix to get some of my tests done down in Vancouver is done. I got, apparently the part is in. It's just got to get installed now. And then I was chatting with, left a message for guys about dentures, some company about dentures in town. And they got back to me, and they're willing to do like out of office visits, they call them, which is good. They'll be able to go to Dad and do like an impression and get some dentures made up for him, kind of thing, right? So I hope that goes well. That'll be done next week. Yeah, I'm gonna be there when they take the impressions and stuff like that, right? Just to make sure that Dad's okay with it all. Allie had to go out with the Chas to go and see the midwives and stuff, and a little checkup for Constance, who's doing great. Does need the little lip tie thing cut, so I went to my dentist today actually, and he's willing to do that. He does that in town, so that's kind of cool. He's doing that in a couple days. We're all excited about that. Hopefully that'll help just help Constance out a bit, right? So went out to Shawn's place. We took a walk over to the other property there, and the massive, I haven't actually seen them in the daylight. Those mulch piles are massive. And then we went back over to Shawn's place, because the whole point I was going there is, we were going to take apart that seat and see if we could use it as a template to build a new one. And I think he's far better off if he goes with the starboard. It'll last forever. It'll never rot. And I think it'll be strong enough, plenty strong enough to do what he wants to do. And I think we cut it to the shape. I think it'll actually curve without having even 3/8. I think it'll curve enough that we don't need to cut anything on it. just means we might have to do a road trip down to Nanaimo to get the starboard. But yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a good day. Going and hanging out with Shawn. I haven't hung out with Shawn in a couple, 3 weeks or so. So just messing around, doing stuff, right? So, and seriously, what is it with that giant dustpan? I've never seen. It was like 7 pounds. The dustpan. Okay, it was aluminum, so it wasn't that heavy, but it was a massive dustpan. I have no idea what the broom for that would look like. I can't even imagine it. It wasn't inside, because I don't think, he's got like 10, 12 foot ceilings. I don't think it would fit inside. I don't think so. But yeah, and that was the day, man. That was the day. We got home group tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Had a nice fish dinner. Overall, no complaints, man. Alright. I am going to read out of John, still in the Gospel of John, chapter 2. Starting in verse 13. When it was almost time for the Jewish Passover, Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple courts, he found people selling cattle, sheep, doves, and others sitting at tables exchanging money. So he made a whip out of cords and drove them all out of the temple courts, both sheep and cattle. He scattered the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. To those who sold doves, he said, "Get these out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a market." His disciples remembered that it is written, "Zeal for your house will consume me." The Jews then responded to him, "What sign can you show us to prove your authority to do all this?" Jesus answered them, "Destroy this temple, and I will raise it again in 3 days." Because they were still doing animal sacrifices back then. They would come in with the sacrifice to the temple, and there would be these, I want to say charlatans. There'd be these individuals that would be there that would judge your animal. And they would judge them unfairly and say that they were not worthy of being used as a sacrifice. But I've got one here that I will sell you. So they were scamming people, right? And money exchanges, I don't really know what the money exchanges were all about, but clearly Jesus didn't like it. Anybody that thinks that Jesus was kind of a, mamby-pamby kind of, no, he went in and he made a whip out of cords and he's kicking people out. Not one person, not two people, but like a bunch of people and animals. He's kicking them all out. I have to say that he wasn't necessarily one to be reckoned with, right? This was important. This was his Father's house. This is the temple of God, and people are desecrating it, right? And he didn't stand for it. So he's not a pushover. Yes, he was beaten and flogged and crucified, but even that, he went to that willingly. He knew he was going to that, and he did everything he had to do anyway. That takes way more guts than what I've got. He's not a pushover. And, when they were demanding to know by what authority he was doing these things, he said, "Tear this temple down, and I will build it again in 3 days." He was talking about himself. He was the temple. He is the temple. They were saying, 46 years to build this temple, and you'll build it again in 3 days? What he was talking about there was that he was going to be crucified. Even then, right? He knew, even then, he was going to be crucified. And he also knew that after 3 days, he was going to rise again. He knew these things. And again, he went to that crucifixion, brutal, bloody, nasty, humiliating crucifixion, for you and for me and for absolutely everybody. And anybody that accepts that, anybody that accepts him, turns to him and asks for forgiveness, they get it. It's done. At that point, you're a child of God. God loved you that much. Still does. I love you too. I miss you. I look forward to seeing you soon. And I will post more tomorrow.